one, fight! Yeah! Yeah!
Brutality, martial arts, execution-style finishing moves. When these three elements are brought up in conversation amongst fighting game fans, it's unlikely that the game that you see on your screen is what will first come to mind. But you gotta admit, there's something about guys in armor swinging clubs and swords at each other that gives you that twinkle in your eye.
Daria, win!
Suffice to say that the 13th century was a specifically violent time, full of Vikings, samurai, and Morning Star swinging knights that were eager to spill blood for queen and country. Similar to popular fighters of the time such as Mortal Kombat and Biofreaks, MACE, the Dark Age, is a step back in time, told in a language that 3D fighting fans will understand, originally released in 1996, at your local video arcade and later ported to the Nintendo 64 by Midway. Praised in its heyday for its visual quality, but then again, what N64 game wasn't, MACE the Dark Ages setting is certainly fodder for its name. The whole world is going through some particularly turbulent and revolutionary times, from Genghis Khan's Golden Horde conquering Asia, the rule of Europe coming under the control of a handful of feudal despots, and the overthrow of countless governments in the Arabian Peninsula by the Assassin's Guild, the same nice folks you'll meet in the Assassin's Creed series. The central cause of all this strife, however, is the Mace of Tanis, now wielded by a master of dark power, Lord Asmodeus. And he is the proverbial king of the hill, as warriors from across the globe gather to challenge his immortal powers. Say what you will about riding the coattails of Mortal Kombat, but MACE the Dark Age is still a mighty fine challenge. Again, the graphics were state-of-the-art at the time of its arcade release and featured Virtua Fighter-esque combat with 3D interactive fighting environments. The biggest complaint, I would say, is the rigid fighting system. After about an hour of trying to mix up your attacks and characters, you may get that feel that maybe this is just a button masher, and honestly, you'd be right. Whereas combos and special moves are released quite fluidly in Mortal Kombat after some practice with the same character, it may take you twice as long to find your stride in MACE. You'll find yourself pounding away at the same couple of buttons, hoping that eventually a fireball or a 1-2 combo will pop out like a zit on your nose if you squeeze it enough. As far as button mashing combos go, the Samurai Takeshi Tsunami has a pretty nifty chain of sword swinging that is activated when you alternate the A and B buttons. Finding combos is hard, so fine-tune your skills in the practice ring, which for some reason looks like a Burning Man camp. You can swing away at the dummy who is located right next to the community shower and compost heap. The best part about the dummy is that he will follow your actions and leave himself open to your attacks, never mind the have a nice day face. Executions can be performed after you defeat your opponent, but in my opinion, are actually more difficult to implement than your run-of-the-mill Mortal Kombat fatality, babality, friendship, you make the call.
Ragnar, win!
MACE the Dark Age has a lot of rough patches to be sure, and could really use some work with a fine-tooth comb. It's been my experience, however, that ports from arcade systems are usually lower quality, and this is unfortunately no exception.
Hell Knight, win!